So, my name's Annie Poole and welcome to this part of the course so far. This is about resilience in teaching, resilience in the classroom, and it's my sheer pleasure to combine the three principles as a way of life in teaching, a way of life full stop. And Sydney Banks, the founder of the three principles, in his book The Missing Link, says, mind, consciousness and thought are spiritual gifts that enable us to see creation and guide us through life. All three are universal constants that can never change and never be separated. So you know how we are creatures of intellect in education. We do everything with our thinking, don't we? We try and analyse and solve and work it all out. And now that the government are pointing us very heavily in the direction of knowledge and intellect, testing children, testing students for their knowledge, we know there's more to ourselves, much more. We are creatures of the spiritual as well as the psychological. So I want to share with you throughout this journey that we're going to take together, state of mind in the classroom. So you already know a little bit at this point in time about the three principles. You already know that there's a greater intelligence, thank goodness. You know, if I was in charge of putting out the sun, I'd probably do it at different times of the day because I get up at different times of the day. But to know that constant cycle of day and night and the seasons and, you know, nature, how it knows to be a tomato from a tiny seed, those things we don't have to bother about. You know, this life is meant to be full of ease and grace. So how can we bring that into the classroom? So that awareness of mind, of that universal intelligence, it's that deep, deep space where where everything slows down. And we forget about the whole world because we're in that really present place of being who we are. We forget to do that in teaching because we're timetabled and we have terms and semesters and cycles and everything's measured out, isn't it? And we're going to look at time later on. But you know, it doesn't have to be like this. One of the exercises that I do with teachers and leaders in schools is the 2-minute listening. And what we do is we have a minute where we eagerly share everything we wanted to say about ourselves to each other without listening to the other person. And then we change over. And we'll do the same thing with the other person listening without judgment, listening with nothing on their mind. In that space of that universal intelligence, that greater energy, that sacred place that's deep within us. That place of innate resilience, it's always there, it never goes away. We just pile it up with our thinking, with our to-do list, with our squeezing children through testing. And we're only doing our best. But there is a different way to do it. And that's why we want to be sharing with you. We want to bring the three principles and share that understanding, because understanding informs everything, doesn't it? I know if I buy some flat pack furniture and I try and create it without the instruction, without the understanding of what it's meant to be, or even Lego with the children in school, I haven't got a clue what I'm doing. So the three principles, those universal constants, they bring us an understanding to our life. They bring us a purpose and thought. We live a lot in the feeling of our thinking in teaching and education. We do a great deal of thinking. Do you know what? That's the human experience, to live in the feeling of our thinking. We have feelings that guide us to the quality of our thinking in that moment. Sometimes when we're feeling tired and we're in a really low state of mind, you know, down in the basement of our thinking where we can't see beyond that. Have you ever been there? Because I know I have. I've been there this week actually. But you know, with this understanding, I know I'm not going to stay there, and I know it isn't something outside. I know it isn't somebody I've met who's made me feel cross, or a letter that's come through the door that I didn't expect. I know it isn't any of those outside things. I know it's not testing. I know it's not the timetable. I know it's not that pile of marking, because I can whiz through marking when I'm in a good state of mind. I know it's to do with my levels of consciousness. So let's go in and step into this learning and find out about state of mind in the classroom. Sydney Banks says, all human behaviour and social structures on earth are formed via mind, consciousness and thought. Universal constants, always there, like the air we breathe, like gravity.